What's going on, fam? Eric EAC here, and today I'm bringing y'all, well, I'm gonna bring y'all a story, as the title's gonna say. But also, before I even start the story, shout outs to my boy Chris. This was back when his 3DS was broke, and he thought it'd be cool if we had a battle. And then I uploaded it, but his top screen was broke. Tell me why this kid's top screen was broke. He can't see anything off the top screen, and you can see this is a single battle. So I had to send him a picture of all my pokes or whatever whenever I sent him out, just so he would know, because he ain't know the noises. And he just wanted, I don't know why he wanted to fight so bad without the top screen, but that's besides the point. So we fought, and the first match I won, okay, as expected, you know, he blind. But in this match, he does win, and I'm going to just leave it up to you guys, because this nigga won all because of that gay-ass Altaria. No offense. But that shit pissed me off. That shit is... Oh, man. Y'all about to see. This nigga was... y'all get me hyped up over here. I'ma chill. But that shit was gay, okay? I'll tell you. No offense again. But I hate that junk, man. Whew. Alright, so... I don't really remember how long the video is. So I'ma just have a time in the link where you guys can just... if you actually came here for the battle, then you can just skip to it. But I'm gonna start the story now and then turn on the gameplay in the background a little bit later, so it'll kind of even it out, so you guys just won't be seeing this the whole time. But this is my worst whooping. That's what I call it, whooping. A lot of people on YouTube say ass whooping, whatever y'all want, but whooping, beating for the white people out there. I'm just playing, y'all. Beating, whooping, whatever it is. Most people got it, I'd say that majority of the kids from different races, other than the Caucasian race. Not saying that Caucasians didn't get beat of white people, but usually they did not. The parents didn't really snap on them like that. But for black kids, Latinos, whatever, y'all all can tell in the description if that's true. But with me, I'm just saying, mostly all black kids, all kids of color, they get beat. Parents don't play around when you do some dumb stuff. And my parents usually wasn't for doing anything. Like, usually if you're a kid, you do something stupid, you get hit. And you used to hate it. And then, but, it kind of taught you a lesson not to do the stuff again. And if they hit you good enough, usually you wouldn't do the stuff again. So, it's actually pretty good parenting technique that I look forward to use when I start having children of my own one day. One day in my rage after getting whooped, I was like, no, I'm going to never beat my kids when I grow up. And now I'm a little bit more mature, man. I am going to beat the hell out of them when they do something stupid. I'm just saying. Let me start this video before I like to ramble sometimes. But whatever, like I was saying, a lot of black kids, whatever, and they all get beat. But me, let's talk about me, okay? Y'all got me sidetracked. Let me focus this camera real quick before I start getting on point again. I don't know why, every time he throws the Pokeball out, that junk unfocuses. Oh, come on, man. One take. Alright, here we go. So, you see, this is the gay-ass Altaria right here. No offense, gay. I don't mean to say it like that, but some people get offended by that for some reason. I just hate it, it's the first word that comes to my mind. I don't mean to offend anybody by it. If y'all do get offended, it's just kind of just comes out, But, yeah, so, all it does is pretty much use cotton guard and then just toxic everything like a ding-a-ling, But whatever. Alright, so... yeah, I said I beat my kids or whatever. So, getting into the story, let me tell you, this is my worst one. I've been whipped plenty of times, and this was actually by my mom. Usually, the dads have the worst whoopings, and I can ask anybody who ever got whipped. They was always more scared to get whipped by the dads, because moms, you don't know, they'll hit you hard, especially when you're a kid. Any whooping is hard, but dads are like just the pure power of a father. That junk is gonna hurt whatever he decides to do, okay? If he beats you, you're gonna be crying for a minute. You might have some bruises, or mom will mess you up, okay? Mom will mess you up, but you might be okay after. You might still try to do some dumb stuff, but if dad tries to hit you with this, whatever. But that's the surprising part is the worst whooping I ever got was from my mom. And let's rewind the clock. That was the rewind noise if y'all ain't know. Let's rewind the clock all the way back to what? Let's say, I think I was either summer of 5th grade or just the start of 6th grade. So that was what, maybe like 12, I think, 11, 12. And, you know, I was just young, you know, young, reckless, you know. I don't know. If I started going through changes or whatever, you know, getting my man on or whatever, you know, I don't know. I'm just saying. But, yeah, so I was about 12. I'm pretty sure it was the summer of 5th grade. I was with my boy Brandon, you know. I had 2 really good friends in elementary school. My boy Justin, you know, we shared a channel. He always been my friend from day one, you know. You know how it is, you know. But then I had Brandon. He was this white kid with red hair. But he was cool, you know. We liked all the same stuff, like playing Pokemon or whatever, you know. You know, we was always cool with it. So he liked a lot of stuff I like. He liked to draw, whatever. He was just my friend. We don't talk too much now, but I'm just saying. So, I used to always go over his house. Like, I'd go over there, or he'd come over here, and then we have a sleepover, you know. Yeah, young kids, you know, sleeping over, you know, staying up all night, getting their parents angry, you know, drinking all the root beer, you know, some real thugs. But whatever, yo, that's besides the point. So, yeah, I went over his house, and, you know, we had been before, you know, we got into a trend of, like, I don't know how it ever started, but we got onto a trend of, like, stealing stuff from the store. Like, we always ask his mom to go to the store or something. Like a Kmart or something. When we were back then, so we like toys and stuff or whatever. We would take stuff like that. But we got in the trend of stealing stuff. And, you know, it was like a big adrenaline boost when you like a young kid. It still might be, you know, I haven't done it in a while. I'm just saying. It's a big adrenaline boost when you're doing something bad. Especially if you stealing and you thinking people will get caught. But really, people at Kmart don't really seem to care too much. I mean, they'll catch you if they see you. But if they're not gonna try to go out of their way to look for people, how some stores be with all the video cameras. Because back then we ain't know about the video cameras. They might have not even been in there. But that's besides the point. So we started off, we was big on Yu-Gi-Oh! We never really played the cards too much. We played it a few times, but really like just having a whole bunch of cards. Like I got a whole bunch of them, right? So that was the first thing we ever stole, but we ain't get caught, right? Now, y'all already know. Y'all can tell this the worst whipping because I'm talking about stealing or whatever. But I won't give away the story for y'all, the slow ones out there. But, so we would steal Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, then usually it would progress after that. It would sometimes be Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, sometimes it'd be some Mega Blocks or Legos or something. We just tear the pack open and just put it in our pockets and leave. They would never tell. Sometimes maybe they would tell. But one day, you know, we were kind of stupid, okay? I don't know what it came in. We went outside, because usually when we were over there, when it was still light outside, we would go outside and walk around with the kids in the neighborhood or whatever. Just ourselves, you know, all the cool kids that we was, you know, defying the laws, you know, 12, walking around all alone, no parents, no nothing. But, yeah, so one of his big friends was there, and then the other one, I don't remember the other one's name, insert some generic white name here. No offense. Probably his name was like Kyle or something, I bet. But the other one's name was Andrew, I remember. He was a big kid, probably 8th grade, maybe high school. But he would walk around, and Brandon he would look up to him or whatever. So, we all went up to the convenience store, gas station, whatever you want to call it, liquor store. And it was run by the Arab dude, Chaldean guy, I don't remember. But, tell me why there was like an ice cream store, right? And then imagine this, an ice cream store, then there was a gas station next to it, or the liquor store next to it, convenience, whatever you want to say, and then there was a gas station across the street. Now, Brandon when I wasn't there, he had already said, supposedly he would take stuff from the gas station. So he's like, yeah, they caught me the last time or whatever, but they didn't call my parents, they was cool about it, or whatever he said. So he's like, yeah, we can't go over there, let's go in here. So we went in this store, and keep in mind, this is just another side note. My grandma, I told her we were going to go to the store or something to buy like a toy or something at Brandon, so I wanted to get some money. You know how some grandmas, I don't know how they be. Grandmas always try to look out. So she gave me $20, see. So I had $20 in my pocket, but she told me that she wanted to change back once I came back to the house, okay? So, because she wanted to change, I didn't want to spend the money on whatever I wasn't trying to get, because I had to get the exact change. Because the thing, I don't remember, probably about like $12.99 or something. I don't remember what it was, to be honest. But I wanted something that was probably like a toy. Yeah, so then I had to, so we walked in the, convenience store. I had the $20, and, I'm gonna just try and fast forward the story, because I don't want this to be too long for y'all. I had the $20 in my pocket, and we walked in, and I was like, so, he was like, let's get some stuff. He, like, the Andrew dude wanted some Mentos, so we walked in there, we was just gonna go put the Mentos in our pocket and leave. But this is the dumb part, you know. The people were right there at the desk, the counter, and they could see straight ahead just some kids going into the aisle. And the aisles weren't that far away, so, I walked into the aisle, me and Brandon did. The other, whatever, the Kyle kid, he took the Mentos, maybe 2 of them, and he left out. And me and Brandon took a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I had, like, 2 Starbursts, some Mentos, and then, like, some gum or whatever. And we just walked out. And the store didn't have no sensors, but it probably had the camera. And, we walked out, you know, our adrenaline started pumping, mine especially. And, we're like, yeah, we just gotta wait. And the dumb part was, you know, we could have easily just walked away after that. I'm pretty sure the guy had seen us. He might have come out the first time, but he didn't come out. We could have easily just got on the bikes and ran back home. And, you know, we probably couldn't have got away with it. But the dumb thing was, my adrenaline was kicking in. Those kids left, and it was me and Brandon. I was like, dude, let's go back in there. Now, I know what y'all thinking. Why would you go back in there? If the dude saw you, he thought you would steal something. And he obviously just saw you in the store and you didn't buy anything. So we went back in there, right? I grabbed a whole bunch more stuff. And we left. So it was cool. And just as we left, I was like, yeah, that was sweet. Dude opens the door behind us. Right? He opens the door behind us and it was like, he opens the door behind us, and I just turn around. We both turn around. And, like, at the time, like, my adrenaline was kicking in, so I didn't know what was going on. He's like, so, what were y'all doing in there? Y'all didn't buy anything. I don't remember exactly what he said. But he said something along the lines of that. We were like, nah, we were just looking, you know, seeing if you guys had this type of candy. And then Brandon ruined it for us, because then he was like, oh, okay, well, I don't know. I guess he knew we had the candy, so he made us take it out. And then he was like, oh, these look like my store labels, you know, like the price tags or whatever. He's like, no, it's from the gas station across the street. And, you know, since I'm a kid, you know, I was kind of weak. I was, what? Why did he say that? So I thought we was going to get in some super trouble or something. He said it was the gas station across the street when clearly we were just in there. He was like, oh, but these are my tags. Then he took us in the store and then he made us take everything out of our pockets. And then the dumb thing was we took out our stuff and then he saw the $20, right? And I was like, here, man, just take it. Because I was, at this point, I was getting ready to cry. Because, you know, I was, I thought I was going to go to jail or something dramatic like that. So I was getting ready to cry, handed him the $20, right? He's like, no, you can, he was kind of cool about it. He just made us, he was like, man, we're just going to call your parents to come up here and pick them up, tell them what happened. And I was like, at the time, my parents, I was at Brandon's, his name was Brandon, right? So I was at his house, so my parents wasn't there. And I was like, man, my parents aren't here right now. I told him they went to Wisconsin because I thought I could avoid, like, some trouble or something. And he's like, oh, we might just have to call the cops up here. Then that's when that's what triggered the crying in my mind. Because I thought I didn't want to, I wasn't, like, that scared I was going to, go the police to get me. I was scared the police to get me and then what my parents would do to me, man. I wasn't cared about going to jail or whatever. You know, I was a real thug. But I was scared about what my parents was going to do. That was the part that got me. So, after he said that, we took out all the stuff. He saw I had the $20. And then I was like, no. I was trying to save this for something else. And then whatever. I don't really remember what I said. But, his mom came up there, right? Brandon's mom came up there, like, couple minutes later. She called him on the phone. She actually picked up, and she picked us up or whatever. She said sorry. The dude gave her back my $20, and then I was just sitting there in the back of the car like I was crying, and then Brandon was just sitting there in the front. He ain't cried one time. I was surprised. You know, maybe it was just me because he ain't had the white parents. He ain't had to worry about getting beat too much. I don't know. Maybe he did get beat, but I was scared. You know. She was like, so what do you think your parents are going to do to you, right? And I was like, well, you know, this video is getting kind of long, so I think I'm going to cut it off right here. I know y'all was just getting into it, but I'm going to make this part 1. I'm going to upload part 2 another time this week, okay? Just stay tuned. Show the video some love, you know. It's reaching 15, so I'm going to have to cut it off before it goes to 15. But like, comment, subscribe. Please comment what you thought about the videos. Add my friend code, you know. all that good stuff, you know. Just above all, subscribe and like the video. I'll see y'all later. This is EAC or Eric. And, yeah, stay tuned. Stay good, everybody.